5-minute guitar tutorials are back. I'm so excited. Let's start. I'm going to teach you how to play Howl today. So it's pretty complicated. What do we do when things are complicated? We break them down and make them easier. Take them into bits and pieces, put them together. That's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to start with this part, which is basically like the cornerstone of the entire riff, and it's basically a pentatonic riff. A lot of people do it. It's just this. They usually do it here, 2nd fret, G string. Lenny does it. It's cool you could do it there. I like to do it on the 7th fret of the D string. Same thing. Learned something new right there, didn't you? Same thing right there, okay? So we're going to start low E, and then we're going to go that bending riff. So there's a little pentatonic box here, and it's going to start on the 5th fret of the A string, and it goes to 5-7. And you can just take that same shape, 5-7, on the D string and move it over. It works for E pentatonic. So we're going to start the song like this. We're going to bend on the 7 of the D string, and then go down 5-7, 5-7. And then if you want the subtlety of it, what I like to do is take these 2 fingers and I pluck the E, the high E string and the B string at the same time I bend. Okay? So it's a little bit more advanced, but it's cool. Just lets it ring out a little bit more. And then I also bend a little bit on the 5th fret of the D string. Okay, so we got that first part. Here's the next part. We're going to go back to E, octave, to a G, 3rd fret, E string. So that's the first part. Okay, so that riff is basically going to do 4 times for the main riff in Howl, and then it changes what it does in between. So the second time, we're going to do that same riff and go. And instead of going down here, we're going to do this weird fucking crazy bend thing. That's not a bend, sorry, it's a slide. Look at me, a guitar player, Jesus. We're going to go to the 12th fret of the D string, to the 12th fret of the high E string, and the 11th fret of the B string. And we're going to make this almost like a weird triangle shape. I forget what they're called in school. It goes like this, whatever that is. Someone in the comments can help me. Geometry was never my fucking strength. So we're going to slide up to the D, and then hit the high E string with your ring finger, and then first finger is going to do the 11th fret of the B string. Okay, that's a cool trick. And then we're going to go back to the same thing we just learned, though. And then we're going to do this weird turnaround, which I think is like a beat of 2 or something. We're going to go to the 7th fret of the E string, to the 5th fret of the A string. Okay, so you're going to do a walk, incremental walk. Okay, so that's the main riff. And then the verse is pretty easy. It's just a D chord, A chord, and then this little chugging riff. So we're going to just do E octaves. And if you don't know, this is a really good trick to learn, is low E, next string over 7th fret, high E. And that works all across the fretboard basically. So if you're looking for a higher octave, 7th fret. Falls apart on the B string, you go 8th fret. 7th fret. It's cool. So we're going to chug right here. So we're going to go down to the 5th fret, back to the D. So It's funny. I was teaching guitar, and someone was like, "What are you doing this with your flappy fingers?" And I subconsciously do it. It's a way of muting the strings, and that's a subtlety that it's a little bit harder for me to teach because I again wasn't consciously aware of it. So it's a muting technique. So you really focus on what you're playing. You know, and again, like notice like how fucking far over my thumb is. A lot of people play like this. It's more comfortable for me to play like this. When I was in college, there was a guitar major, and I was playing bar chords like this, and he's like, "Bro, that's not the proper way to play it." And I was like, "Fuck off!" Like Jimi Hendrix played it like that. So the verse is gonna go, and then we're gonna go D. I like to hit Ds without this third, so I hit an leave open E. Maybe not actually. So we're gonna go to A, and then you're gonna bend on this G. D, A. So that's the verse. And in the pre-chorus, it does this like weird G minor shape where you're gonna bend on the minor third. So you're gonna go G, and then ring finger on the 3rd fret of the G string. And then you're gonna do a B 7th chord. And I'm just gonna speak that out real quick. It's starting on the A string, it's 2 1 2 0 2. You can look that up on Google and they'll tell you 10 ways to play it that are wrong. And then we're gonna do this little quick turnaround. There's a really cool blues shape, and that's what the song uses. So I'm going to teach you how to do that, and then you can have a lot of freedom with other songs. So you're going to start on the G string, 4th fret, and then you're going to use the B string, 3rd fret. This is a cool blues trick. So same shape as that. So you're going to go, and then you're going to go 2 2, so G and B string still, back to that shape, do a hammer on to the 1st fret of the G string, okay, and then the last part is you're going to go 0 0 to 2 2, and then it's kind of like thing. This shape, it's such a blues shape and everyone uses it. It's so cool. You know. So now we're going to do the chorus. And the chorus is basically just playing around with octaves. Octave play, if you will. So we're going to start on the low octave E. Go to the 7th fret of the A string. Remember that trick we learned? It's an octave. So we're just going to alternate back and forth. Bum bum bum. And then you're gonna do the Jimi Hendrix chord. No fucking clue what it's called. Don't even ask me. I'm about heart and soul, a little bit less theory. And then we're gonna go to G, to B. Same. And then remember that trick we learned from the first riff of Howl? Basically same thing. G to B, and then it goes back into the main riff. That's it. So in life, we could take complicated things and break them down in small pieces and then put them back together, and they're not so complicated. The bridge, we'll do that later. No, I'm just kidding. So the bridge is, you're gonna take the 3rd of B. It's a key change. It's super easy. So middle finger, 7th fret. 1st finger, 6th fret of the A string. It's the 3rd. And then you're just gonna walk that 3rd up. Easy as hell. That's it. That's how to play Howl. Thank you so much for watching. If anyone wants one-on-one guitar lessons, I offer them on Patreon. We do songwriting, guitar lessons, shows, like anything you need mentorship in and creativity in. I love it. It's my favorite thing to do. Consider donating on Patreon so I can eat more food, write more songs. Appreciate you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.